Hello, listeners. Welcome to Divine Invocations Tarot once again. And the deck that I'm using right now is the Gods and Goddesses deck. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like my work. Calling in the presence of divine energies right now to help us understand and interpret the message. 3 cards, please. Calling in all the divine energies, help us understand the meaning of the messages that we receive. That's too many, I'm sorry. One card at a time, please. Okay, we got 2. I need one more card, please. Okay, I'll take that. So the first card we have is Dhanvantari, the god of medicine. Second card we have is Subhadra, the bestower of devotion. And the next one is Laxmi, the goddess of fortune. Let's invoke the presence of Dhanvantari. Vande Dhanvantarim Vishnum Ayurveda Pravartakam Piyushapurna Kalasam Smrita Matrarti Nasanam. So the meaning of the card goes like this. I offer homage to Dhanvantari, the portion of Vishnu who initiated the practice of medicine. He holds a container full of ambrosia, and simply remembering him removes all the physical sufferings. If you realize that you are suffering physically, health wise, physical suffering is very painful and it's very difficult to overcome it, and there are times when we just want to give up living in the body that we are given by God. But understand the fact that there is a divine nectar somewhere that you are not aware about. That could be any form of either a therapy, a medication, or something that is present in this universe, which is your divine ambrosia. Now, the story goes like this. Lord Vishnu actually appeared in the form of Dhanvantari, and he appeared from within the ocean, because when the churning of the nectar was happening, there were demons and then there were gods. So the most important avatar of Vishnu was Dhanvantari, because he took this form to take that divine ambrosia, the nectar which was formed in the ocean, that will give, which was basically the nectar of immortality. So that nectar was preserved and taken away from the demons by Dhanvantari. So, a clear message that irrespective of what motions and life cycle that we are leading, the most important aspect is we knowing our own better sides. What I mean is, if I'm sick, I know that I can get better, but at the same time, I just let it be, because that's how sometimes we become. We let suffering come and we keep suffering. Understand the fact that there are different ways to move away from a situation of illness, be it psychological, physical, mental, anything, as long as you realize that you have to move away from it. So, the moment you realize that you can get better is the first stepping stone towards good health. And this nectar is somewhere in this universe. I'll give you a simple example. There was a time when I was not able to sleep. So, my brother gave me a few advices because he's a doctor. He said that you can try this medicine, it'll help you sleep well in the day, work well in the night. So I did not go for it because I realized the fact that medication is something that is required, but not at this moment. I could realize it from my gut feeling. So I made the necessary changes to work towards healing myself. So understand the simple fact that if you realize that there is something that needs to be taken care of, there are certain recurring thoughts which is affecting the mind, you're not able to create your own nectar in your mind. Understand that you don't need to move across the globe to find out where is your nectar. It is within you. The connecting link is you with the divine. So understand that your inner Dhanvantari is the healer within, who is already present in your self. Invoking the presence of Dhanvantari will not just heal your simple traumas, but deep scars which are hidden. It is all about trust. So trust your God and move forward. So when you realize that suffering is something that you have gone through, you have found out ways to move towards healing. Let's look at the next message. That is Subhadra, the goddess or the bestower of devotion. Let's invoke her presence from this mantra. Jai Devi Bhaktidatri Prasiddha Parameshwari. Jai Devi Subhadre Tvam Sarvesham Bhadra Daini. Glories to you, Subhadra, bestower of bhakti. Be kind to me, O ruler of the universe. Please bestow auspiciousness on us all. A very beautiful card, which is indicative of, when you realize that suffering is something that you have to move away from, you will receive divine blessings from Subhadra. Now, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that the blessings that you will receive from Dhanvantari is freedom from disease, greater health and well being, mastery of medical science, and spiritual knowledge and liberation. Coming over to blessings from Subhadra, the blessings is removal of illusion, worldly power and grace, blessing of devotion to Krishna. So, illnesses is something that can be removed once you've understood the value of getting up from difficult situations. If not, there is a struggle, but do not stop your devotion towards God. When you keep doing it, you will be able to invoke the idea of understanding life from the standpoint of not being delusional. Because there are times when we are so much into our minds that we create a world within ourselves which is illusioning ourselves from the reality of life. Now, reality also has multiple dimensions because nobody has seen the absolute reality. Nobody will be able to. But we know that we are shaping our own realities. In the process of doing it, there are times when we create fantasies. There are times when we create a web of thoughts. There are times when we want to affect people with our negative thoughts. So, understand the simple fact that when you offer yourself to the divine, you will be able to understand that the idea of thoughts are not just a web of thoughts which is affecting your psychological nature and movement of life, it is also affecting the people around you. So, the idea of illusion will be removed by the blessings of Subhadra, and she will give you worldly power and grace, and then blessing to get devoted to Lord Krishna. That's the divine message from her. And the last message for today is Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. Look at this. This is a beautiful pathway that we can see the evolution of our spiritual soul. First, suffering, movement of consciousness to realize that suffering needs to be removed, finding that divine nectar within you, and then getting the divine blessings from Subhadra, helping us move away from illusion, finding our true nature, getting that grace and power to live the world in a better way. And then, when you keep doing it, is the time when you receive divine blessings from Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the symbol of abundance, materialistic, worldly, spiritual. Even people pray to Goddess Lakshmi to get a good spouse. So understand that things are moving towards betterment in your life by the grace of Lakshmi. Let's invoke her presence through the mantra Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Bhakti Mukti Pradhyayini, Mantramurte Sadadevi, Mahalakshmi Namastate. O Mahalakshmi, bestower of success and intelligence, worldly enjoyment and liberation, I bow down to you, O goddess, whose form is the mystic syllable. So, blessings you receive is improvement in social status, increased wealth and luxuries, career promotion and acknowledgement, then good and faithful marriage partner, especially a wife. So, you can see what great things are coming towards you. Movement from healing, moving towards receiving divine grace to remove the illusion from the head, and then getting into a point where you receive the abundance from Goddess Lakshmi. Very beautiful spread of cards today. All right, and that's the divine message. Have yourself a good day. God bless you.